Yeah, welcome. A new 15-minute game. And the opponent is called Machete. So maybe he's a fan of this movie. Yeah. Yeah, I just pulled up his notes, and it says you just beeped with the wrong Mexican, which is from the movie, and second quote is Machete, don't text. Both from the mentioned motion picture. So Nimzo, I go e3. And I played a3 a couple of times. It always feels very risky in 15-minute chess, but I like to have this challenge. Dropping back. I recently had this in a blitz game against some IM. Strange. Why don't people take? That's the idea of the Nimzo after all. Okay. Let's just develop. In this other game I played bishop d2 and rook c1. Yeah, the principled move would be b4, of course. Just grabbing the space and using this this move a3. Not sure if it is leading too much. Of course, yeah, black has lost a move with this bishop b4 e7 maneuver, but it's with e3 it's not the most aggressive setup that white can possibly play. Yeah, okay. I'll try that. I don't particularly like it, but that is a way to justify the setup. This bishop d2 move that I played in the other game didn't really work out so well. Yeah, b5 was the alternative. Yeah, at least I'm able to capture here in one move. This is something at least. Not much, but something. Okay, so yeah, the question is, what do I have in this position after all? If I castle and he plays bishop b7, knight b2 d7, where's my play? Only e4 d5. I could go d5 here, and I'm wondering if this is maybe an option. d5, e takes d5, knight d5. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's castle first. I think d5 was too early. For instance, black could have taken and maybe play bishop f5, just allowing knight e7. Aha. But this makes d5 much more interesting, because he weakens the light squares like c6. Yeah, I don't know. This also might lead to simplifications and a good game for black. But I can go e4. Why not e4 here? Yeah, this is good, in fact. Just grabbing the center. And he's got problems with creating counterplay. How does he get some play against my center? Bishop to b7 has got also a problem with it. If I just cover e4, rook e1, queen e2, he cannot play c5 anymore because I take and b7 is hanging. So the bishop to b7 move is probably not so great. But white is intending to push e5 and then directly d5, and this looks really ugly. e5 knight g4 might attack the e5 pawn. Yeah, it's difficult to make a move. I mean, he can try c5, of course, immediately, but then he must be ready to counter e4 e5 with some good move, and I don't see one at the moment really. Maybe, yeah, maybe he needed to do that. It's possible. e5, he will probably go knight g4. Yeah, it's not too bad. e5, knight g4. But if I go e5, knight g4 on c takes d4, at some point I have queen d4. Where is this knight going? Okay, let's do this first. He needs to go knight g4 now. Otherwise, I just play d5 and black gets completely busted. So takes on c5 and d5. It is cannot be playable. He needs to go to g4, I guess. And what to play after knight g4? Even h3 is a move. Wow, yeah. I thought this wasn't playable really. Maybe I'm overestimating my position. It's possible. I thought it takes on c5 and d5, and it looks really ugly. The immediate d5 is also possible. The problem might be takes d5 knight b6 attacking the bishop. I'm not sure that I have such a big edge then. Therefore, the instant d5 is also something to consider. d5 takes on b4 and then a knight move like knight b5. Yeah, it looks very good for white, but is it winning or leading to a big edge? Yeah, don't know. Looks really dangerous. Is there some other idea? d5, c takes b4. Okay, I can even play d6. Interesting. Yeah. d5 instantly, c takes b4, knight b5 or knight e4. Knight e4, I can play knight c5 probably. Knight b5. Threatening d6, but maybe he can even take on d5, and it's not so clear if white is really winning. Okay, let's go for this. I cannot calculate this in such little time. I guess the only move is c takes b4 now. I mean, you don't need to look at anything else. And at least I got that one right. I thought about d6 even. This traps the bishop on e7, but it doesn't look too promising. So I guess knight b5 must be on knight e4. But knight e4, he's got knight to c5, and This should help him. I can think about taking on e6. Take e6, take c3. Taking on f7 then. Taking on f7, king h8, and I get the piece back. Or knight b5. Or knight b5. Takes, queen takes, and then e6. Yeah, it's probably good. It's probably good for white to some extent, but I'm not quite sure how good. I think he needs to take. Yeah, I'm threatening d6 and just win material, so he needs to take. And now I thought queen takes, attacking the rook. This was the idea, and then e6 is my next move. So my thought ran along this lines, like rook b8 now. I don't think he can play. Maybe he can play rook a5. Yeah, he can, and just did. I thought e6. Yeah, e6 must be the move. Or is there something else? Knight d4. Knight d4 also on. Knight c7 is a possible move. e6, you can play knight to c7 maybe. Tough. Knight c7 is on anyway, but okay. I probably don't have an alternative anyway. Yeah, knight c7 maybe in this position. And I'm in a somewhat awkward pin. Yeah, knight c7. Yeah, maybe taking and queen h5. Okay, he just grabbed the pawn.
Check.
Yeah, this is a weird. What was he thinking about? Rook f7. It's not so great. Okay, so how to continue? Rook d1. Pinning. Not sure. This helps. Knight c7 is the problem move, and also the d7 knight might move. If I play rook d1, maybe he can play even knight f6, yeah, and rook d8, bishop e6. It's nothing special. How to make sure that he cannot move? Maybe. Okay, the discoveries are a problem, so I could pin. Or knight c7. Rook d1. He can play knight the knight, yeah. A shame. Okay, maybe this move. Preventing knight c7 and asking him what move are you going to play now? Maybe knight b8 or some weird stuff. He doesn't have many forward moves. Maybe knight c5. Yeah, queen c6. Maybe wasn't so great. Rook e1. I could have played rook e1. This would have been interesting. Just attacking the bishop and winning a tempo, developing the rook. Yeah. Maybe rook e1 was the move. Yeah, this is a position where you can forget all general considerations. It's just 100% calculation of lines, and if you make some crucial mistake with your calculation, then you're done. Yeah, probably I already made this mistake. Bishop b7 is very, very uncomfortable to face. I forgot about knight c5. Yeah, the queen is trapped after bishop b7. I don't see a move. Maybe knight e5, bishop b7, knight g6, takes, queen takes, and then I'm threatening queen h5. Yeah, this looks utterly ridiculous, to be honest. But maybe. I really don't see another idea. I mean, as mentioned, probably just nonsense, but didn't see something else. If he thinks for a longer time now, I'm really wondering if this is a cheater. I mean, the only playable move is takes on g6. Why spend seconds? He's only playing I'm sorry, only playing 15-minute games, nothing else. Yeah, you never know. It just feels weird if you've got only one move. Why spend any time? Just move instantly. Okay, so knight f6. Don't really have some idea. Queen e8 is the defense that he might come up with. Rook b3 to h3. This would be nice, but this knight is the annoying piece. Queen f5 to h3 maybe. Yeah, come on, need to play a move down to 2 minutes. But okay, this the time is the only thing is check. If I maybe get some kind of play against the king. Yeah, I'm a pawn. I'm a piece down. That's not nothing in sight in terms of compensation. Yeah, really, I don't have even a threat coming. Trying to get the knight d5 f4 g6, something like this. The only very modest hope is this knight d5 move. g6 I don't really understand, but it's probably it probably doesn't matter much. He can even play yeah, I can play bishop g5. I can then exchange and take b6 at the end.
Check.
Oh, I didn't appreciate that. So what kind of position is this? I've got 3 pawns. He's got only 1 pawn left for an extra piece. Yeah, well, the king position, I mean, maybe he's got something very direct, some direct attack or something. Otherwise, this isn't so easy from a technical point of view.
Check. Check.
Yeah, maybe this is probably not so bad even. I mean, I don't really see how he wins. Yeah, now it's just a draw. I mean, play h5 and get rid of his last pawn next move. Yeah, okay, maybe you can get some kind of attack, but this can even be tricky for black if you don't pay attention. So just take it. Yeah, I'm down on 50 seconds. So we will continue, and it doesn't even can be called unfair because he's got this.
Check.
Okay, I blundered the pawn.
Check.
Well, I thought about this. Yeah, it was silly to blunder the pawn, really. Would have been much easier with 2 pawns than with 1 pawn.
Check. 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 Check.
Can never take on f5 due to rook f7.
Check.
Oh,
Check.
this is nice.
Game wrong.
20 seconds would have been impossible to make the 50 moves. Yeah, okay, I was lost, and but this also means I'm sorry for any claims that this might be an engine. Otherwise, an engine just kills you in this position. This isn't so easy, really. I mean, White's White's rook on b7 is something, and the knight on d5 coming on d5 to f4. It's difficult. He only has got this single pawn. It's not an easy technical task. What I did is I spoiled a huge position here. I mean, this is just completely misplayed by black, but I didn't really use it. Yeah, the computer wants to take twice on c5 and claims a big advantage, which is probably, which is maybe right, because black is so passive. Okay, and this here he gives white an advantage here as well. But probably what I did now wasn't right.
Check.
Okay, here I don't really know what to do. Yeah, bishop b2 is the engine's suggestion. This was a lemon, really. Yeah, queen and knight to b8. I feared that in the game, and this is even better. Yeah, okay, but this is also winning for black.
Check.
This is just the last kind of hope. And black is winning here with all kinds of moves. I mean, this is bad, okay, but I didn't refute it, of course. Here knight d3 is +6, okay.
Check.
Yeah, and now we get this endgame, and this isn't clear. I mean, it should be very good for black, probably winning with perfect play, but just one pawn. This is the issue, and well, two knights cannot mate a single king, and so on. So it's just this one pawn, and this is your hope. It's difficult. Maybe this is decent even in terms of hoping for a draw. The only thing is the piece coordination. This isn't so great at the moment, but the way it went in the game, it was good again. I mean, now the knight is coming to d5, and I can advance pawns to make sure that the last pawn is exchanged, and here white isn't even worse.
Check.
Yeah, here rook b8 to b7 is the easiest draw, and this of course is a draw. I mean, even if I give away the 2 pawns, I can draw against rook and bishop. It's not so easy, but it's doable in this time. 50 seconds. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. Interesting game.